FlightBoss, bitch, you know, for sure. You're not listening to the Mind Eminent Terry's Moon, FlightBoss, the Archangel Uriel, and I'm here to carry out God duties and motherfucking responsibilities. And right now we're gonna talk about STARSEEDS. And hold on, before I do anything, hold on, check this out. My shit already on my eyebrows. Now, somebody go tag motherfucking Bosco 100, cause this nigga always in competition with somebody. He always wanna talk about he caught somebody or passed it. Well, I caught your ass, nigga. I caught your ass. Your ass had dreads when I cut my hair, nigga. I cut my hair in June, nigga. So I done caught Bosco and I ain't even got dreads. You know what I'm saying? So back to the serious note though. We're gonna talk about some STARSEEDS. That shit don't even really matter. So you can do that shit whatever you want, but we gonna get to some real important information right now. And talk about STARSEEDS. I'm feeling a little better now, so I'm a little bit more energetic. So, alright, I got enough time this time too. Alright, check this out. STARSEEDS. What is a starseed? Now, first of all, what is a seed? A seed is an idea, a thought form. Now, all seeds don't have to be planted. You could keep seeds, like, you got people who like to grow weed, right? And these people who grow weed, they keep seeds and along the line, and some people germinate seeds and things of that nature. So seeds ain't necessarily something have to be planted, but 9 times out of 10, that's the reason you got a seed, to plant it. So you know, seeds are like ideas, thought forms that you could get ready to get put in the void, in the dirt. You see what I'm saying? Now, when you put star in front of that, that's a star idea, a star conscious. You see what I'm saying? Now, one man truly came up with anything in this realm of reality. They all got it hand-me-down from lights. So you could kind of look at it like this: milk and honey. Milk and honey, as they try to correlate it to the ancients and things of that nature. Look at it like space. Honey would be the space, like the backdrop, where the frequency vibrations can accumulate and create stars. Now the milk, look at that as the constellations, the stars, the planets that come up out of these frequency vibrations, right? Now milk can run on honey. You can't do it the other way around, right? So every so many years, right, the star constellations that come out of a certain space. For an example, let's look at Aries. Aries star constellations accumulated out of a certain frequency vibration, aka a certain location, a certain space. Once the milk, aka the constellation, the stars of Aries, came up out of that, they started traveling, right? Now, they traveled, right? So they may have moved along into Taurus, and Pisces star constellations may have moved along into the area of life where Aries was created. So this is where you correlate. There's no really such thing as adding 13 signs and things of that nature, because that's kind of like adding body parts. That's almost like adding a computer chip to your body. And you need to know, when you're looking at a person, you're looking at a person's Aries through Pisces. And then the solar system, everything is a wave. We only see it as particles because we pay attention to a specific piece of it. So it's doing that on a micro and a macro. So the solar system is really just one wave. It's connected. It's one wave. But when we look at it, it appears to be separate because we're not in that brain wave of life. So it's the solar system. It's the soul. And the body, like what you look at is your face, eyebrows, those are all stars. Constellations clustered together. You see what I'm saying? Each star is a being. So when you get a bunch of organisms together, it creates an organ. You see what I'm saying? You get a bunch of beings together, it creates a being. You see, like literally. You see what I'm saying? That's what you are. Yo, this got a life of his own. You see what I'm saying? But all of these coming together creates you. And you get to control all of them based upon your shapeless, formless, odorless, non-flammable gas. But before we get there, you see what I'm saying? It's like when you're looking at a person, you're looking at an Aries through Pisces. Pisces is the feet all the way up to the head. And these are all the star constellations. Now, the same way you could get the solar system, all these angles, the sun being Aries, the Saturn being Capricorn, the same way within you. When your sun is in your head space, that you controlled your sun. You put your sun in Aries. So you got exalted thoughts, ideas, actions, you know what I'm saying, ways of seeing things. You know what I'm saying? So it's like your sun is like the top part of your spine, or the top part of your soul. The top part, and the other ones is, you know what I'm saying, and they all flow like a snake, but they ring around each other, but they travel within your body. You know what I'm saying? You may have a piece where Mars will be like as far as Earth. Like, okay, now since you're looking at an Aries through Pisces, the being that we're in is Aries through Pisces. That's the being. You could call her Tiamat, whatever. She's a female. We stay in a woman, and we're like by the heart. You know what I'm saying? That's the kind of organ we are, and we're close to the stomach, or the area of getting birth. You see what I'm saying? So this is why we call this to Taurus, and this is why Taurus would be heaven, and Palladians and Hades is right at the beginning of Gemini. You see what I'm saying? This is why we get off to Taurus and the centaurs and the bull and all this type of energy, because this is what we mixed and mangled in. These are all stars. You see what I'm saying? But the being we are in is an Aries through Pisces being where she at. You see what I'm saying? And she's walking amongst. And she looked like a mermaid, reptilian, dragon looking centaur type thing. And her name is, you can call her Tiamat or whatever you want to call her. And this, that, and the third. Now, but it doesn't even have to be her, but it's a female. It is a female. We're in a female being. You need to know that. And we're by the heart, between the heart, or we're in the heart organ, and we're getting ready to get something flushed into the real Tatars, the real hell. So we could be, you know what I'm saying? But that's another video. But when I want to talk about starseeds, the whole reason I brought that up is because, see, you have a lot of old videos about people who used to talk about starseeds and things of that nature, and they will say it's a specific group of people who are not starseeds. Now, they was actually right, but everybody are starseeds, because we can't be naive that we stay on Earth. We can't be naive that we're on the sun and things of that nature, under the sun. So I like to say everybody are starseeds. But what they was, here's what they was trying to actually explain when they was saying people are not starseeds. See, you have a group of people who was born up under, who are starseeds from these stars, these rotations. See, when I was talking about rotation and the further away a star is, the further away and the longer and the distance it is, the less access you got to that. And the harder it is to reach that lineage. So you need all the filters. And all the filters is the quote-unquote fixed stars, and the stars that's before that, and the stars that before that, then the stars that's before that hit you. You see what I'm saying? And you have more access. The closer the star, the faster the access. So you have, say for an example, you have people who was born under these stars. So they only understand things in this realm of reality. So anytime they get a star seed like me or like you, kicking some shit that they never heard of before, it's because it's from another location, another area. It's an idea from somewhere else. It was birthed not in this rotation. So you are not a star seed. Well, you are a star seed, but you was born underneath these close stars. You're not from nowhere special. Well, everything is special, but you're just under this rotation. If you have to run towards everything in this reality to understand things that's not part of this reality, if you gotta logically try to put into words everything just to understand the shit I'm talking about, if nothing makes sense, if you just a dry, airhead ass motherfucker, you know them logical motherfuckers who was watching my channel for a while, dumb ass motherfuckers. If you want to know, you have to run towards everything that a man then taught you from another star system. He done brought ideas from another star system and taught you this, and now you feel like you have to learn it in his way because you think it correlates with the reality and you think that makes sense. So now you feel like, you see what I'm saying? That's when you was born. You need this reality in order to correlate to anything. You don't even know how to make sense out of your own soul and spirit, to the point that you would think you don't got no soul or spirit, yet you got a dream. You see what I'm saying? It's like, but you got to run to some type of logical science or some type of reference in order to understand that, to feel comfortable where you at. You are nothing. You would never accomplish anything in life, because you're staying under this rotation. Now, a person like me, now this is why I was bringing in, it depends on how far away the star is, the location, how big it is, whether it's a beta, gamma, alpha ray, because those lights that hit you and how big the star is going to let you know how much you can perceive, how much of the world you really see based upon where you at. So if I see more of the world than you, but you're going to sit here and say I'm stupid because I don't have the right wording that you learned in this reality to express it, yet you know deep down you understand what I'm saying, but you choose not to based upon the firmaments you put up, then you are an asshole. You see what I'm saying? But not the asshole like you want to be. You know how them people who think they smart and they just like, oh yeah, I'm an asshole because I'm smart. No, you not that kind of asshole. You an asshole, like literally a hole in the ass. You always getting shit out. You never ascending. This is why you eat and shit like that. Now, starseeds, now, and this is another thing too. Stop watching robotic computers that don't show their face, that's talking to people about starseeds and things of that nature. Because what I noticed is you have a video up there and they'd be like, okay, these are the characteristics and traits of a Pleiadian, these are characteristics and traits of Greys, these are the characteristics and traits of reptilians, these are the characteristics and traits of Andromedan, and at the bottom of the, and then when you look at the comments, you got everybody down there, oh yeah, I'm a Pleiadian, thank you so much for letting me realize my star lineage. Listen, everything is about space and location. If your dumb ass wasn't born in a Pacific time in Taurus, then your ass is not a Pleiadian. Now, your ass could be used as a vessel all you want. You see what I'm saying? Now, if your ass ain't got no planet, and this is another thing, your planets is just tools. So like Mercury through the other ones, these are your tools. Saturn is like your powerful tool, your power drilling tool. You know what I'm saying? But these are your tools. But who you are is like your sun, moon, and ascendant. So if you're from a fixed star or things of that nature from the sun, moon, and ascendant, this builds your character. From Mercury and the other planets, these are the tools you have access to with your character. You see what I'm saying? Now, if you don't have no planets or the main ones, which is the sun, ascendant, and the moon, if you don't have that in like around Pleiadian, like around Taurus, like Lake Taurus or something like that, you're not a Pleiadian. So if you resonate with it, saying, oh, thank you for letting me find my, that means you just being used as a vessel. And they might be using you as a vessel. You might be experiencing shit you might not. This might be the reason you still watching robotic ass people on the internet trying to tell you a starseed or not. This is why. And this is why you're still in a brain consciousness of having to go through that ladder to rise above them. You see what I'm saying? Then once you go through them, you'll find somebody like me or me to be able to rise a little higher than that. But this is part of the reason you're going through them right now. You see what I'm saying? Because you're not realizing. So you're being used as a vessel to learn more about Pleiadians. Then once you learn about Pleiadians and things of that nature, you're going to start experiencing non-ascension. You're going to be like, why am I not ascending? Why am I only staying here? Then you're going to start to realize you're not a Pleiadian and you're going to rise higher than that. So depending on what Pleiadian was using you as a vessel, this is how you determine if it was a good or a bad one. If it was a good one, it led you to a video like this or somebody else to make you really find your heritage. And that one was just trying to help you ascend, so you may come from them in some way, shape, or form. Or if it was a bad one, it's going to keep you in rotation and make you think that you're a Pleiadian even when you really ain't. And it keeps you there. So you going around telling everybody else about Pleiadian, yet you ain't got no fucking planets nowhere near Taurus. See what I'm saying? You got it. Everything about space, and you can't be in Andromeda if you don't got no stars in Aries. You see what I'm saying? You can't be from Hades if you don't got no stars in Gemini. You see what I'm saying? You can't be from Ceres if you don't got no stars in Cancer. See, we are from different locations and places. But the moment we start trying to say, oh, you from here, but you ain't got no star lineage. A person to tell you your star lineage from here, but you ain't got no star filtered from there. Did you do the definition of star lineage, motherfucker? This is why I encourage everybody getting into astrology. These robotic ass metaphysic spiritual consultants, half of them is not even into astrology. So they'll sit here and tell you from Pegasus and all kind of shit, and don't even be having a system of why they can tell you from there. You see what I'm saying? It's your star lineage, but you gotta research your stars. How you gonna pick where you from? Like me, my sun is from Draco, 17 degrees Aries. You see what I'm saying? So my sun sign, my actions, the way I act, my conscious awareness, right, come from I'm a Draco star seed. When it comes to my actions, my soul is an angel star seed. It's Antares. Antares is the physical manifestation of the archangel Uriel. 8 degrees Sagittarius is in the heart of Scorpio. So I'm probably more Scorpio than you. You see what I'm saying? I'm dealing with heavy Mars energy. Antares is ruled by Mars, not Jupiter. You see what I'm saying? It's anti-Mars. So it's a Mars-like energy. So I'm dealing with two sides of Mars, a dark Mars and a light Mars. My light Mars is my action, so I might act happy and act giddy like I'm in a good mood, but this smile will truly kill you. You see what I'm saying? That's just how I go about it. I can't be like, unless I'm super angry. You know what I'm saying? But I can pretty much, like, nothing hurts me, because I know how much I can hurt you. You could cuss me out, do all kind of shit. But I'll be the first person to probably kill you, though. You see what I'm saying? It's like that. And then my ascendant is 17 degrees Leo, which that's nails, the Argos nails. You could do that. That's the great ship. That's the ship that survived all the floods. You see what I'm saying? So this Leo is about pride, prestige, archetype, ornament. People put up and people can see that this been through some shit, but it got high prestige. And this boat was like no other ship. See, but this ship ain't no ship amongst these waters. This is rainbow waters ships flying across the milk and honey. You know what I'm saying? I'm up there with Raw and them with this ship. So it correlates to the FlightBoss, Dolo. That's Aries, the pilot man. That's Sagittarius, the mind. And FlightBoss, the character of it, the ego of it. That's Leo, my ascendant. You see what I'm saying? So when you do your star lineage, you start to understand why you name yourself certain names before you even knew why you named it. You know what I'm saying? You start to understand why you see certain things before you even know why you seen it that way. You start to know why your life is taking certain courses before you even know it was your fault or somebody else outside of your fault. You see what I'm saying? So that's what a starseed is. A starseed is an idea and thought that was birthed from a star. Now, once you get into your star lineage, you'll know how far away and how big or how prestigious a star you was, or how low and how much in rotation, or how much of a slave your star was. See, a lot of these stars in this rotations are slaves. So a lot of people who know how to get jobs real fast, blow up real fast, know how to jump into rotations real fast, become stars, but know how to handle all the responsibilities real fast. And it's always the stars that got something behind them. Like, they become stars, but you realize they did some fucked up shit to get to that level and shit. All these is motherfuckers in this rotation. People who don't care about people trying to break society and the government. People who like to keep this thing running, and people who look at you like you don't make sense because you talking like people like me, and this shit is just crazy, and this shit, what the fuck is this, and things, and people need to go to school, and people not learning. This is why they talk like Dolo the Pilot Man. People like y'all, this is slave stars. Y'all was born underneath this. Y'all ain't even got no filters, and if y'all do got any filters through any other star lineage, it is getting blocked off by whatever oversoul or spirit or whatever star that's controlling you in this rotation. It's getting blocked off by that oversoul. And it's not letting you get access to your true nature for you to really express yourself and open yourself up and really start to manifest experiences where you really see your true self. If you truly have been through nothing and you truly played it safe and try to be extra smart your whole life and played it safe, you truly don't know yourself, and you truly not shit, and you truly ain't gonna never see your power, and you truly ain't gonna never see the effect you have on others, because you always gonna be lame. And that's what a lame is. A person who's scared to be themselves, and they blind themselves with illusions and lights, thinking they're being themselves by pertaining more to society and going along regular laws. And when I say laws, I'm not talking about regular laws that you go break it down. I'm talking about regular universal laws. People who go with the flow. People who don't see it no other way. Who don't see it outside of reality. Who can't understand perceptions like this. And then they're double back. Once they feel stupid inside but try to look smart on the outside, they try to double back and try to make it seem like, oh, well, I do understand it, but it's just these kind of words around it. It's that. Now get the fuck out of here. It's too late. You got too many firmaments. You need to break that shit down. FlightBoss, bitch. Goddamn air. Starseeds. We are all starseeds.